Today on episode 244 of Typical Chicago Fans, we have Sinkers and Floaters, the TCF Sports Minute, our college football corner, a new team builder, the NFL Week 14 recap, and the TCF top 3 of salty snacks. Let's roll. Today on episode 244 of Typical Chicago Fans, we have Sinkers and Floaters, the TCF Sports Minute, our college football corner, a new team builder, the NFL Week 14 recap, and the TCF top 3 of salty snacks. Let's roll. Hello and welcome back to Typical Chicago Fans, brought to you by our incredible sponsor, Connect Roasters Coffee. Today is episode 244. Make sure to follow the main page on X at typical_Chicago. Go over to Facebook and Instagram. Give those pages a like as well. You can find all of our content in video form on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe there. Wherever you get your podcast, subscribe, rate, review, 5 stars, wherever platform you use. Go find us there. Show a couple friends during all the great festive holiday going-ons around the world that you see when you talk about the podcast you listen to. So help us out there. You can find me on X at BoomyTCF. Of course, the man that I am joined with tonight, that is Zach at ZLiliaTCF. Make sure to give Maddie a follow as well. He is taking care of the old fatherly duties tonight. He's on X at schools_01. Zach, easily the nicest. We're recording this Sunday night. The nicest day of the winter we've had in about a month.
Oh, yeah. It's supposed to be nice here for the next few days. So get your Christmas lights up if you have not done that, as in me. But, yeah, it's beautiful. I said I could have gone golfing today if I wanted to.
My team had a tournament yesterday, and one of my assistant coaches was talking about trying to hustle home so he could go golf. And I'm like, it would be so nice, but our course is closed. But I'm sure there's a couple places that might let you on if they, go play or whatever the case is without tee boxes or holes. But it was a perfect day for us. Perfect day for me to go out and finally get my second half of my snow fence put up, and I'll get to that in my sinker here in a minute. But yeah, it was a very perfect day. I can't complain.
I did nothing outside, really, so I did not take the opportunity. But if I would have been able to go golfing, I would have. But watch football all day. It looked beautiful, though. Open the windows. I was outside.
You did what?
I opened the windows, so I was outside.
So you did enjoy it. You got like a 50% enjoyment out of it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I went to the gas station and came back.
Well, let's jump into our sinkers and floaters. And my sinker is something me and Zach talked about before the show. It's my ability to always hurt myself. I was putting up my snow fence earlier, so I have a hammer. It's fine. It's a standard hammer. I was trying to drive 7-foot poles into the ground, and so I had like a little 5-foot ladder climb up and try and get them down. The hammer was just taking forever. So I went in my outside garage and I found a hatchet that weighs a lot more than my hammer. And I decided to use the back of that. It worked great, except for when I was swinging it, I missed the hammer and just smoked my hand right inside here, and came in, finally got everything done. And I looked down and my hand was just 1.5 times the size of my left hand. And I thought I had broke the bone right here in my thumb, the one that attaches it to the wrist. I swore that was broke. It was swelling. Couldn't feel it, but took a nap, iced it down a little bit. I think we're okay.
It's every time with you.
And I listen, I'm 34 years old. I've accepted it now. I'm just accident prone. I mean, my head is held together with stitches from the time I was a year old. So it is what it is.
At some point, that's on you.
Listen, it's been on me for a long time. I am what I am.
Yeah, maybe you just need to learn how to keep your hands out of the way of a hammer. Usually when you are doing that, even if you're holding it, go to the bottom so you can't do that.
Listen,
we're going to have to teach you how to do things like that.
Listen, it's not that I just missed the stake and just smoked my hand.
I know, but
it's as simple as that.
Being in that position.
Well, you can't win them all. And apparently I can't win any of them when it comes to handiwork. Hey,
No,
but at the end of the day, I'm really damn proud of myself for I've got probably 30 feet of snow fence out there. And it's not like the orange, like weighs 5 pounds snow fence. I have like an old school wooden snow fence
yeah.
put
Well,
up
you
by
only
myself.
almost broke your hand. That's
And
all
I
you
only
only did.
almost broke my hand. Exactly.
Jeez. At some point, you're gonna have to like go into a bubble.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's inevitable. You got to live life, though, Zach. You got to live life, brother.
But some of them's not even living life. One of them's just sitting in a golf cart. Like we weren't even living life.
You know, we'll get there eventually. I'll figure things out. Maybe at 35.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think,
My
unfortunately, I think you're
sinker
right.
though is the golden bat rule. I know it's probably never going to happen,
So
but it's
dumb.
the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. It's going to make baseball just not even baseball. I mean, they're not going to do it. I understand
No, they're
that.
not.
Rob Manfred said it's not going to happen in the next few years or whatever, but still, for it even to be an idea is so stupid.
It is. And I don't want to say this like in a derogatory sense because I think what they're doing is phenomenal, but it is banana ball.
Yeah,
It's Savannah Banana stuff.
yeah, with the pitch clock and stuff like that, whatever. But this is just literally changing the sport.
Yeah. Yep.
Like,
And like we're
loaded, 2 outs, your ninth batter's hitting. Well, let's have Shohei hit instead.
yeah. And we're definitely like, if anyone like just is listening to us for the first time, we are very much not like old men yell at cloud. Like
No.
we love the pitch clock. We love, the reliever rule, like modernization of baseball. At first I'm still kind of apprehensive about some things, but after a couple of years, I've noticed like I thoroughly enjoy the pitch clock. I think it's good for. I'm also never one that complained about baseball games lasting 3.5 hours, if we're being
It didn't
honest. But
change
this is
the
not
actual
baseball.
sport. It didn't change the game. I mean, it just made
Yeah,
the pitcher
exactly.
have to go a little bit faster. That's fine.
Yep.
But for you to be
100%.
able to take an opportunity where usually it's like, man, that ninth batter's up or whatever, that's just like that's not baseball.
I agree. I completely think this is. I think that they saw success with the pitch clock and the reliever rule, and the step off rule. They saw success. They saw that baseball hasn't changed, and dumb Rod Manfred's like, what else can I get my hands on?
What do you
It's like,
think about
dude,
it? They're
just
probably like, oh, here we go. We're gonna get in with this great idea. Everyone's gonna be pumped. And then they throw the idea out there and everyone hates it. They're like, uh-oh.
yeah. Yeah, it's just not something that.
Well, they backed off it so quickly too, and they're like, "Oh, it's going to be a long time." It's like, well, then why even
Yeah,
bring it up?
that was my thought, but I could not agree more with you. I think this is a bad idea, but maybe it's something they test out. And
Some people even
like,
do it
can we
later.
get automated umpires before we get the stupid golden bat rule?
I think that'd be cool, like a slow pitch softball league or
Hundred
beer league
percent.
team. Like that'd be fun. But in
Or
Major League Baseball, no.
even like an independent league, like the
Yeah.
Pistol Shrimp to play in. Like,
Oh yeah.
I'd love to see stuff, but not major league. Even if it goes like, I don't even want it in the minor leagues. If
No,
we're being
that's
completely honest.
still professional baseball.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know. We'll see what happens with old Rob Manfred. My floater this week is pretty simple. We talked about it earlier, and that is the weather. I am such a little wimp when it comes to like the blowing cold. I can handle snow. I can handle the cold. But like when out where we live, they just don't have wind block. So it's just unbearable every day. My car sounds awful in the morning. It runs heavy. Like I'm
I
just
live in
not
the
a
middle
winter
of
person.
town and it was loud. It was loud.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
never
So
really have that. And it was Wednesday. I was sitting there before I was going bowling, and I go, man, like what is going on outside? And it was the wind.
yeah.
I couldn't put my garbage can out for garbage day because it just kept blowing over.
Our house, but like the end of our driveway is probably what, like 150 feet from our garage. Ours ended up by the garage from the road. It had
I
blown
saw
all the way
like
back.
2 or 3 people had their garbage cans in the back of their truck the next day because they had to go get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I had even seen something on like our little town Facebook. It was like, lost my grill cover, found it 3 blocks east of
Well, the
here. I'm
problem with
like,
my driveway is it's already kind of like on a slope, so it's
yeah,
already kind of going that way into the wind. It was just like, darn it.
kind of whips it that way. But yeah, these last 2 days have been amazing. Like I said, we even got the little
We
man
call
out
it a
today,
winter
took him to the
vortex
park and
or
ran
something.
around. What'd you say?
A winter vortex.
I'm sure something is coming,
Some
dude. It just feels like one of those
It's like
years.
winter something. I don't know.
Yeah, I love these last 2 days, and like you said, I haven't even looked ahead. I think it's supposed to be pretty nice this week, but like our skeptical brains, like we talk about on this show all the time, is that these nice couple days means we know that January and February are going to be brutal.
But yeah, if you want to, like nowadays, to say it's really windy, you could be like, it's winter, lots of wind.
Yeah,
Just say
yep,
anything nowadays. Just this. Everything has to have a name.
yeah, that is true. Remember the what was that? The bomb cyclone or something?
Yeah,
They just make stuff up.
we might as well just start doing that.
I I'm in for it. Is
That'd
there
be
a way
awesome.
we can monetize this, make some money off of it with the Weather Channel, or
We could try.
we can certainly try, my friend. But yeah, these last 2 days have been beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Speaking of today, the 12-team playoff, college football
Yes,
playoff came out today. And when you actually see it and it's about to happen, it is so cool. That's gonna be awesome. The first round, they get home games, so Notre Dame at Indiana. We'll get into it more,
yeah,
but that way. But it's gonna be awesome as a viewer.
I agree. I've been saying there's no such thing as too much football. There's no such thing as too much of any sport, if we're being completely honest.
The
And
only
people that
thing I
were,
have to say about it is the team who gets a bye should get a home game, but they don't.
yeah, that is true. I don't disagree with that. Yeah, home playoff games in college football. I mean, 10 years ago, we started getting the college football playoff right around 10 years ago. And now we're seeing a 12. I think eventually we're going to see 16 teams somehow. I don't know exact, maybe 20. I don't know. But I'm very excited for this. I'm
And
very,
say what you
very excited.
want for them to put Notre Dame at Indiana. They know what they're doing, and that's the game everybody wants. Like that's gonna be fun.
Exactly. That's what I'm looking for. Those first round games and those buys that are, awaiting the next round. I'm all in for. So we'll get into it here in the next. But
Well,
before
years
we
ago,
get
though,
going,
it was like, man, there'll never be a 12 team, whatever. Boom, 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 and now it's here, and it's just like this is gonna be so much fun for even not like if you like college football, but it's just a tournament is fun in general.
couldn't say better, dude. The NCAA tournament's the best thing of all time. So
It's going to
let's
be interesting to see too, like how these teams can fare having to play all these extra games because you can only think that through all the way. Where it's like, man, some of these teams are going to have what 4 extra games?
3 is the most, but
3, sorry.
it also like will the bye week affect or if you get the first round bye, how much will that affect those first 4 teams in it? You know what I mean?
Like, how will the viewership be for the first round or two? Because you're not gonna have that super big like this is the game. It's just a
Yeah,
playoff game, so you're gonna have to see
exactly.
how that goes. So it's gonna be interesting, but also very fun just for a casual sports fan.
Couldn't agree more, dude. I'm so pumped for this. Let's jump into the TCF Sports Minute. All right, we got to get to the breaking news of Sunday night. Juan Soto to the Mets, 15 years, $765 million. I sent this in our group chat. Juan Soto's contract will be completed months after my now 19-month-old son gets his driver's license.
He'll be 41 years old and he'll have made $1 billion just playing baseball, not
That's
endorsements, nothing to do with anything off the field, just baseball. $1 billion.
insane. It's 15 years. I know it's always been talked about, what was Otani's 12?
Yeah, but I mean, and what it was like 500 and something mil.
Yeah. And then, but like all of that is deferrals. It's all
Yeah.
deferred till like 2040 something,
All right, buddy.
2049.
What does he have to do for this to be a good contract? Like, what does he have to do?
Uh,
Break every record?
no, because like if you think about it,
I know.
in when he's 40 years old, $51 million is going to seem like a bar. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Unless,
I don't see this whole contract being played out.
yeah, there's got to be a ton of opt out. Obviously, like we probably didn't need to jump on and do this tonight because there's probably a bunch of like weird things in the contract that won't come out for a couple days. But we had
I
to talk
don't
about
think
this.
there is. I think he was going to wherever gave him the most money, and Steve
Well,
Cohen
yeah,
said
but
they will do that.
there's always like opt out clauses, especially in the
But
last like three.
there's clauses that could make it up to an $800 million contract.
It's crazy. It is insane. Now, how does this affect typical Chicago fans, right? I was just talking to my dad and my brother. I really think the Cubs have an opportunity here to go out and get Pete Alonso because I don't think they're going to be able to afford to keep Pete Alonso around.
And I'm happy about it. He didn't go to back to the Yankees. He didn't go to the
Yep,
Dodgers.
exactly.
He went
I
to the Mets.
literally, as long,
I don't
even
think
if
he
he would,
makes them a World Series team.
no, but I think that he will be. I like what the Mets did last year.
Oh
Um,
yeah, the
and I
Mets
think
are in a spot where they will pay whatever it takes.
and I respect, Cohen for going out and being willing to
It's
spend the
his
money.
money.
It must be nice.
He's printing.
And it's someone different, right? Like you said, it's not the Yankees, it's not the Dodgers. Even if it was the Astros, I don't think I would be as upset. But like basically, as long as it's not the Yankees or the Dodgers that went out and made this
Really,
move,
truthfully, it's just the Dodgers. I'm so tired of every player going to the Dodgers.
yeah, I don't disagree.
I
Um,
don't like the Yankees, but it's not like you would face them in the World Series if that. I mean, the
the
Dodgers are opponent of ours who we've been playing in the playoffs for a long time now, and you don't want to see them get better. So with Juan Soto going to the Mets, as a Cub fan, you knew we weren't going to get Juan Soto. It's kind of a best case scenario. I mean, he's still in the National League, but he's not like going to a powerhouse per se.
for sure. Do you think the Cubs should have offered him this contract?
They would never do that.
No, if you were like if they had come out and said that they would negotiate with him, like with the
Yeah,
final
I mean,
number,
it wouldn't
would
even
you?
matter.
Yeah, that's. I only worry about like even the Otani. Don't get me wrong; these contracts are, to me, baseball money's fake anyway. But to me, these are like the first experiments with these like 10+ year contracts, and I worry about some of like obviously not all of them. Some of them are going to end up working out, but I worry about this being the like experimental phase of it. And
I
I,
guess,
I, I
but
don't,
I'm worried about next season. I want Juan Soto on my team next year, and that's what the Mets get.
yeah, yep. I do think they're going to end up losing, Pete Alonso, but like the Mets have shown since Cohen's took over that they're not afraid to go out and sign guys and make trades. And I mean, at the end of the day, they do still have Francisco Lindor. They still have Jeff McNeil. Like they're a pretty good baseball team when all is said and done.
Yeah, but at this point, you'll have to see who they can afford to keep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's also you can afford a lot of when your owner's Steve Cohen.
But
You
still,
know.
I mean, at some point, you can't afford everything.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what else they can pair up and put out there. But this is banana lands.
They're
15
not as
years is
lucky as the
crazy.
Dodgers. It's not like they're going to be giving them $2 million a year like they are for Shohei. I
Yeah.
think he's going to want all that money up front, and it's going to be. It'll start to be. You'll be able to see in the next few days the Mets are going to have to cut people and stuff like that. But at this point, they don't care. They got Juan Soto.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I'm very excited, and I'm also really, really excited to see what this does for the domino effect of free agency. Like,
It just
does this
started.
force?
Today was the first day of winter meetings, and the biggest free agent has already signed.
Yeah, so I think this could get really fun here real fast. So,
I hope
you
because
know,
baseball's so lame with how long it takes sometimes.
yeah, but this is the earliest we've ever had the
I know
biggest
it's
name in
awesome.
free agency drop.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I really hope this is kind of like the changing of the times after, it had to be done last year. It worked out, and all those guys kind of got screwed at the end. So I was glad to see that. So maybe they realize they
It's
don't want to sit and
the
wait till
wait
March.
until spring training is just unreal.
Yeah, I mean, even like the biggest name that did that last year with Blake Snell, and he had a very slow start. Granted, he had a very good year, and it ended up paying off for him this year, and he was one of the first ones to sign. But I think this might be a little shift in the guard as to free agents waiting till the 11th hour to sign with somebody.
Yeah, it's the biggest contract in baseball as of today.
It's a big, yeah. I don't think this one's going to get touched this year. It's the biggest contract
No,
in sports
not this year.
history.
There's no player that's better than him available.
Yeah, 100%, man. But no, it's insane stuff. We're recording this right near 7 o'clock on Sunday night. The Bears have fallen to the 49ers out in San Francisco. Thomas Brown's first game. What are your thoughts, Zach? I know it probably
Awful,
was.
awful first half. The first half was just so ugly. They had like what 5 plays from
Yeah.
on offense, maybe. Uh, and then it just made you so disinterested in the game by halftime. Then they started playing well after the halftime, and they were down. They were down 3 scores at one point when they could have had the 2-point conversion in the first touchdown. That could have, they needed 3 touchdowns, 2-point conversions, but you can't put yourself in a hole like that every game and expect to win.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just
that's.
crazy.
I mean, at the end of the day, they're 4-9 now, and I think
It
we
doesn't
talked about
matter,
this a
but
couple weeks.
that game. You don't look good. You don't look like you're interested. You would think after all this talk about how much everyone didn't like Eberflus, this and that, and then you would think, oh, he's gone, and you got Thomas Brown, and everyone's all excited, and that's how you start the game after having a little bit of a mini bye.
Yeah, that is true.
That was
I
just disheartening for a fan. That yes, I understood you're not gonna make the playoffs or whatever, but make it exciting at least. Like this wasn't like a
and let's
great.
not act like they're the San Francisco 49ers they have been the
No,
last
that's
5
not a great
years.
49ers team.
No.
Brock Purdy's whatever. I mean, George Kittle, my goodness, he was doing whatever he wanted in the first half. And I mean, Debo Samuel had some plays, but it's not like they were amazing or they're amazing. They don't have Christian McCaffrey. I mean,
Hmm.
I don't think Nick Bosa's out there either. So
Yeah, it's.
it's
I,
just that was ugly. That's a
I
game where
don't know.
you
Like,
go, that's bad. That's not like one of those ones where you go, man, Caleb played well, but they couldn't get the game at the end. That was just ugly from front to end. I mean, they played the offense, showed some heart in the middle, but it was just that you knew it was never going to be close.
so what would you say to the people who would say after watching this game that maybe Matt Eberflus wasn't the biggest problem?
Matt Eberflus was a problem. He not like he was the main problem, but he had to go. It was I honestly can't believe they did that. And I mean, it's just you take the coach away that there's still players out there that the same players from the week before. And the week before, it's not like you got a brand new team. You got a new coach who's been there. He's not like he's some guy that they brought in off the street. I mean, he was the offensive coordinator and then the assistant offensive coordinator. Which
No, I was going to
still
say, let's
think
not
he should
forget
have
that
kept
Thomas
him.
Brown started off the year as not even the head offensive coordinator.
No, I
He was
think that
like,
they kept him as the offensive coordinator. I think it was a bad organizational move to not have him be the offensive coordinator. They were making
yeah,
so much moves on offense, and Caleb looked like he was progressing so well. And then you take the guy that's helping him away. For what reason? Why? Because he's going to be the head coach? I mean, just throw somebody else out there. What does it really matter?
yeah. Maybe they should have pulled what? Remember when Indianapolis Colts fired Peterson a couple years ago, and they brought in Jeff Saturday to coach the last 4 games of the year?
You know what I mean? Like, I don't really care who the head coach is. I want the offensive coordinator to keep working with Caleb Williams. And it looked like it was working, and then we just changed it up for no reason. I mean,
Yeah.
they had to make a choice. But whoever throw anyone at the head coach.
Unfortunately, Bears have not won a game since October 13th. They go to Minnesota next week.
Yeah. I hate to say this. I love Cole Kmet, but that was a bad miss in the end zone there. He needed to catch that one. He's had a few drops near the end zone. And
they also barely used him the first 5 weeks of the year. They just started. He's still got to be a professional and catch the ball, but like they underused him all year.
But that's what I mean. When you get an opportunity where it's in his hands,
yeah,
you got to take the opportunity, and then you can't go, well, then why aren't you playing me, or why are you not giving me the ball more? When you get an opportunity like that, that's what happens.
Yep, 100%. I don't know. Do you get excited? Obviously, you get excited. They're a football game, but like going to Minnesota, who's playing well. I mean,
at this point, you just want to spoil the division. At this point, just have some fun with that. But the draft pick too, like there's not like there's this offensive lineman that's like the number one pick. So I don't think we're gonna have to go for the number one pick.
Usually, like once a week, I look at a mock draft and they had the Bears taking an edge rusher last night.
If you look at the top 5, it's going to be pretty much all quarterbacks, and the Bears don't need a quarterback. They're not going to go get a quarterback. So the draft picks thing is starting to kind of annoy me. But
in the same breath, that also puts them in a driver's seat. If they do finish in the top 10 and don't need a quarterback, then they hold the cards for trading out.
I want to win a game. I want to win a game. I'm so tired of losing.
Speaking of losing, a team that does a lot of it, the Chicago Blackhawks are still the worst team in the NHL, 8-17-2, 18 total points.
Fired Luke.
We don't have Matty here. Fired, yep.
They brought up the coach from the Ice Hogs, and now the Ice Hogs have a new coach. They said they're going to give this guy an opportunity to show if he could maybe actually be the new head coach next year.
Here's my apprehension about that. This is exactly what they did the last time. They brought Richardson up from Rockford. It clearly didn't work. So go hire a good coach instead of just doing the internal thing. And I'm all for. I always am all for hiring internally and bringing up your assistant coaches and your minor league coaches. I'm all for that. But literally, this did not work the last time they did it.
But they weren't going to make that move in the middle of a season. That's just what they were going to do. So hopefully at the end of the season, they make a different move. But it's tough to see because, yes, you knew they were going to be not that great, but it's not looking good at the beginning of the season for Connor Bedard. He didn't make Team Canada. And then they said maybe that would give him a chip on his shoulder. And he's still just tough to get the puck in the goal.
Yep. And I hate to say it, but
that's a guy who we thought was going to be like a generational player who is having kind of a sophomore slump.
Yeah, big time. And like I think I brought it up on the last episode. Someone on TikTok said that Macklin Celebrini is going to be better than Connor Bedard, and I can't even get pissed and argue about it because right now they look correct.
Yeah, but he's not even old enough to drink yet. Like, you gotta get some time. He's playing on a bad team. I'm not really willing to do the who's better at this point.
Yep, that's fair. I can't even argue with that point. Moving to the Bulls, they also stink. 10-15. They are 11.5 games out of first place, but they're only 3 games out of the 6th seed. So,
it's so stupid. They're like 5 games under 500 and in the playoffs.
The East is just so bad.
It's awful. It's so top heavy.
It's unbelievable, if we're being honest with you, how bad. I think the last time I had checked, if the Bulls were in the West, they would be like the 13th or 14th seed. And in the East, they were at the time like the 8th.
Yeah, because it's the Celtics, Cavs, and then pretty much everybody else.
Yeah, Modest, I feel like, has been playing a little bit better lately. Finally getting some tick. I mean, at the end of the day, he's 19 years old. You got to let the kid play.
Let him play as much as he can.
This team is not going in. I don't care if they even make the 10 seed. They're not getting into the actual playoffs. Like, what are we? And I do think there's an argument, like, 19 years old. He needs to develop. He needs all of this. But, like, he also is not going to develop,
Yeah, let
sitting
him
on his
play
hands on the
basketball.
sideline while Zach LaVine shoots
Let them
the
play
ball 50
basketball for
times a
a
night.
team that they're not afraid to lose.
Yeah. Kobe White, I'm very impressed with. I still love
Yeah.
Kobe White.
What I'm
Who
afraid
would
of,
you
though,
guess?
is that he's going to play himself into a trade.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, it sucks for Bulls fans, but who do you think, if you had to make a guess right now, who's the Bulls' fourth leading scorer?
Zach LaVine.
No, Zach LaVine's one.
Vucevic?
Second,
Kobe White.
Kobe White's third.
Who is it?
It's Ao. I don't think I would have guessed that.
Not surprised. He just had his first triple-double the other night. He's
That
playing
is true.
well.
And
to be the fourth
he's
leading
only
scorer
averaging a
on this
point
team
more
is
than Josh
crazy.
Giddey, but
It's not crazy to be the fourth leading scorer on this team.
I hate looking at these stats because Patrick Williams still does not average 10 points a game.
He doesn't play.
What are we doing?
Is he hurt?
Yeah, he's only played 15 games, but he still sucks. I don't care how many games he stinks. Get rid of him. I'm so over Patrick Williams, but there's nothing we're going to do if he's going to be hurt. You can't trade him. Lonzo Ball, that whole thing is just, I don't know where we go from here.
Nowhere.
It's over.
He's not like you're going to trade him, so he's going to play basketball for the Bulls until his contract's up.
Yeah, I was going to say, so we just keep eating that money.
Yeah.
That sucks. At least last year they got that relief thing for injured players. But
is he out for like an extended period of time?
No, it's like the third thing that's happened to him. Like,
Yeah,
I know it was his hand or
he just can't play consistently, it seems like.
Yeah. Yep. Let's move into this isn't even much better news. The Cubs, they do make a signing in free agency, pick up Matthew Boyd from Cleveland, kind of a career journeyman so far. Nice lefty, added the rotation.
I guess money, though.
It is, but baseball money's fake.
Well, I know, but still, I mean, we're not willing to spend money on certain people, but then we're gonna spend it on Matthew Boyd.
Yeah, I don't know. So far, that's really the only notable signing that the Cubs have made.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know if it's we're not going after Juan Soto. We're not going after any of the top free agents. Why would you even say that?
Yeah, especially billionaires. You know what I mean? Like,
you'd be like, oh, maybe they're trying to be sneaky. No, they're not. They're just, that's what they think.
It's insanely frustrating on both sides of town because one's just a millionaire, and the other ones are billionaires that are crying poor. So don't really know where to go from here.
Excited for baseball. It's
the nice thing is, dude, Willie Adames signs with the San Francisco 49ers. I was looking at my Bears notes. If Willie Adames wants to go play for the 49ers, credit to him, man. But signs with the Giants.
Making way more money playing baseball.
100%, not beating his body up. But I think Milwaukee's going to be worse than they were this year. And it doesn't look like St. Louis is out here making any moves. So the division's still wide open.
We thought average NBA players were making a lot of money. A lot of average Major League Baseball players are going to start making a lot of money.
Yeah, 100%. Moving to the White Sox, not a ton to get into here. It looks like they will possibly be moving Crochet.
Yeah, possibly to the Chicago Cubs.
Be very okay with that.
It's happened before.
Very okay. And I don't know if we talked about it. I think we did on one episode, but Will Venable named the White Sox manager. So I'm fairly certain we had covered that.
Move that, people didn't go, man, what a weird decision. No, people liked it. So it's always good.
Yep, absolutely. The article here on ESPN only breaks down the best trade fits for Garrett Crochet. I could find one for him on the north side of town. So it kind of feels like the same thing as the Cubs. Like, we're not going to get any of the big names in either side of town. I mean, maybe I still think there's hope for Pete Alonso on the north side, but
And I just
I'm
don't
not holding
think
my
that
breath.
either way, one of these teams are willing to sign like a 14-year contract, which if he does do that, that's insane.
I'm very excited. This dude, and how about the Dodgers picking up Blake Snell? Like, this sucks.
It's it's so hard to compete against a team like them because they're going to spend any kind of money and can get any player they want.
So why can't the Cubs do that?
I don't. You're asking the wrong guy because I think the same thing.
Billionaires crying poor. Piss off.
It's a lot of the owners in Chicago.
Yeah. Billy Donovan is like the only coach like in the like that started the pandemic that's still the coach of his team.
And he ended up getting fired because his team sucks because it's not his fault.
Yeah. Yeah. What did I
Honestly,
see?
I'm surprised he's
Oh,
lasted
I
this
saw
long.
I saw it the other day. Craig Counsell is the second longest tenured manager in Chicago, and he got hired 13 months ago.
And that really worked out well.
Yeah, yeah, fun stuff. But I know the weather's been really good this week, but we all know what's coming here in, maybe a couple weeks, at least a month. It's that nasty, cold, bitter weather. Nothing better to start your day with than some Connect Roasters coffee. I promise it's the best thing you're going to start your morning out with. They have the best coffee around that you are going to find. 3-time Gold Glove winner Ian Happ drinks it every day. You know it's good stuff. Our guy Dom Frederick drinks it. You know it's good stuff. All right. So it's quality coffee for a good price from great people. You can't miss out on this stuff, I promise. So make sure you check out their website, connectroasters.com. Find them on X at Connect Roasters. Get yourself over to Bourbonnais, to the headquarters of Connect Roasters Coffee. So as always, a big shout out for at Connect Roasters. Let's jump into the college football corner, Zach. The college football playoff schedule, like we talked about in your floater, is here. So let's run down this. Friday, December 20th, we have Indiana going to Notre Dame. I love the in-state rivalry. Really big chance for Indiana to show off if they, deserve. You said a couple weeks ago they didn't deserve to be in. I told you they would be. Got to go prove it now.
Now I'm cheering for them.
100%. Yeah, dude. I thought the same thing.
That's fun. That's like you said, the committee understood what they needed to do there, and they did the right thing.
Yep. Now, this next one, I didn't feel like they made any, like crazy things. SMU at Penn State. Obviously, there's no real connection there, but SMU playing really good football this year, sneak in as the 11th seed even after
Alabama didn't sneak in.
Yep. I saw it
last night. They were going to be blown out. It looked bad, and they got back in the game, lost by a field goal, and that's what saved their spot.
Yep. 100%. So yeah, I think that'll be a fun one. Obviously, a home game at Beaver Stadium and at Penn State is going to be a fun one. So
I don't know if they have much chance, but it's fun.
Absolutely. This one should be a fun one. Clemson at Texas.
Dude, I hope Texas wins by like 8 touchdowns.
Yeah, I do too. And that SEC championship was nuts.
I think they were in either way, but they got in with the conference bid.
Clemson, yeah.
I think they were. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, they would not have been in.
Yeah, so I'm wrong. I just want them to lose. I don't like Clemson.
I'm with you, man. The next one I think will be the best game of the day. Tennessee at Ohio State. This is like Ryan Day is now coaching, I think, for his job. But
you don't like Ohio State, you should love their road to the semifinals because it is tough. It is not easy. Penn State, yes, you may not like the ranking, but dude, they got an easy road.
They did, because then the winner of that, I don't know exactly.
They put SMU and then Boise State, right?
I think it goes like by the seed and who's left. I don't know exactly.
No, it's a grid.
Oh yeah, see, I just have the schedule pulled up.
Yeah,
I mean,
like I think 1 through 4 gets to buy, and then
yeah, where's the bracket at? I meant the
but yeah, I think Ohio State is kind of getting punished a little bit for losing to Michigan. Don't lose to Michigan and you don't have that hard of a road.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh
And
yeah, I see. So
Penn State played really well in that conference championship game.
yes, they did. Yes, they put up a hell of a fight. Yep, I got it here. Sorry. If they win, they got to go against Oregon. The winner of Texas Clemson gets Arizona State, who's been really fun to watch here lately. And then even on the other side of things, like Boise State got the 3 seed, but they're probably looking down the barrel of Penn State. Like
Yeah, I mean,
big difference there.
dude,
And then we get a chance to see possibly Notre Dame and Georgia.
I'm gonna say that's why I think this is so fun because you're gonna see games you would never see before.
Exactly, man.
You
This
think
is
that
so cool.
SMU was ever gonna? I guess maybe that's not crazy, but SMU at Penn State, like that's something you would never see. Indiana at
Yeah.
Notre Dame.
Yeah. Semifinals then are the 9th and the 10th. And then the national championship, that's so late, January 20th. That's a
Wait,
game here
on a
February.
Friday? One of them's on a Friday,
The second semifinal game is,
January 10th. Great day to be
yep,
alive.
Zach's
My birthday.
30th birthday.
Yeah.
And
But
then
yeah, I think this is
January 20th is the
so
title.
He's so cool.
Oh, yeah. I love it. I'm
We'll
loving
get
this.
more into it because I think we still have 2 weeks until the tournament starts.
Yeah, it starts on the December 20th. So we still got like a week and a half, I think.
And you go right
Yeah.
from that right to Christmas. I mean, it's gonna be a great time of year.
Beautiful. And shout out to my Huskies becoming bowl eligible and are going to the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. So
Yeah. Beat Notre
good.
Dame. Barely getting
They
the
beat
bowl.
Notre
I
Dame.
still can't believe that, Boomy.
Hey, it's still a great day to let's move in. We got a new team builder here. We have the Build a Disney Plus Sports Movie Night for our listeners only. The $5 row is The Sandlot. Cars? Is Cars a sports movie? Sure.
I guess.
It is what it is, I guess. Remember the Titans, Miracle, and Mighty Ducks, the $4 row.
NASCAR is a sport.
And well, we could have that debate another
Come
day.
on, Boomy.
Drive straight, turn left. Yeah. $4 row, Secretariat, Glory Road, The Rookie, Airbud, Cool Runnings. The $3 row, Like Mike, Invincible, Brink, D2, The Mighty Ducks, and Angels in the Outfield. $2 row, Johnny Tsunami, Rookie of the Year, an extremely goofy movie, Free Solo, The Game Plan, and for $1, it is Double Teamed, The Luck of the Irish, Bend It Like Beckham, The Greatest Game Ever Played, and The Big Green.
Wait,
And
Boomy,
we have
you had a problem with Cars, and we didn't say anything about an extremely goofy movie being on there.
dude, it's all like skateboarding. Skateboarding is
I know, but come on.
hey.
But I will go first. So is that
All
fine?
right. Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna go first. You got $15. You're at the I'm trying to remember our local place to rent
Family
movies.
Video.
Family Video. RIP to all those places.
And we also had one. It was before it was Family Video. It was something else. It was the same store it was bought. DG Video or something.
And I'm gonna go $5. I'm going The Sandlot. Great movie. I love that movie. So $5 off there. Then I'm gonna go Like Mike. Love that movie. Watched it a ton as a kid. So I just have to spend the $15.
Yep, you can spend it however you want.
It's $8. Dude, the greatest game ever played being $1 is a steal. That movie is if you've
Hand
never
up.
seen that movie, is
I've never
amazing,
seen it.
honestly.
Never saw
You
it.
should watch it. It's pretty long, but it's a movie you would love, Boomy.
What's it about?
It's a golf movie.
Oh, okay.
And it has Shia LaBeouf in it and everything. It's amazing.
All right, I'll check it out. So you're at 9. Are you taking that?
Yeah, I'm taking that.
All right, so you're at $9.
And then I'm gonna go with The Rookie. That
Good
movie
choice.
is so good.
You're at 13.
13. And then I will take Rookie of the Year.
Good choice, man.
Dude, the Rookie of the Year is low key. Just, I mean, maybe it's just 'cause I watched all these movies as a kid, but I love that movie.
I'm with you. That was going to be one of my picks there too. I'm going to go Mighty Ducks. Your sister remember this. You might remember that. I watched the Mighty Ducks and D2. I would take both of those.
Kind of low key, like that. It's not like watch. They always all these movies like Space Jam and stuff. Like kids should watch Mighty Ducks. That's a great movie.
Also, though, kind of a wild concept that a guy gets a DUI and his punishment is he's got to coach a pee-wee hockey team.
That's a lot of movies nowadays are using that.
Yeah, that is true. There's that basketball movie. Actually, I'm not going to take both. I'm just going to take Mighty Ducks. I'm going to switch my vary things up here a little bit. So I'll take Mighty Ducks at 5. Give me Brink for $3. I love that movie when I was like 8.
I've never seen it.
Oh, you're missing out. It's a good, it's literally just a rollerblading movie. It's kind of a stupid Disney movie, but I enjoyed it.
Though, what's the D2? So that was like the second movie.
Yeah, where they go to the Olympics.
There's no way. I've never seen it. There's no way it's better than Mighty Ducks, is it?
It's pretty close. It's up there. I even enjoyed D3 a lot.
These
but
are all legit on Disney Plus, right?
Yes. At the time that this list came out a couple of weeks ago, they were all on Disney Plus. So I got Mighty Ducks, I got Brink. So that puts me at 8. Give me Angels in the Outfield. Takes me to 11. Love that movie.
We used to watch it at our grandparents' house a lot.
That is a phenomenal movie. So what am I at? 8, the 6? I'm at 11. I will take The Big Green for $1. That's an amazing movie. So that puts me at 12. I will also. I'm just going to I got $3 left. I'll take D2.
So
3, 6, 9, 14. Nope, I'm over. No, I'm not. Mighty Ducks at 5.
Brink. If you need an extra $1, that's fine.
Oh, okay. Well, I think I'm at 15. So Mighty Ducks at 5, Brink, D2, and Angels in the Outfield. That's 14, and The Big Green. That's 15. I love my list. Absolutely love it. Let us know what you guys would pick. There's really not any bad movies on this. I almost went Cool Runnings. I used to love that movie too. Free Solo, hard pass.
Awesome.
Yes. Free Solo, though, that's a hard pass for me. That's not going to watch a guy free, like no tether, climb up a rock.
Great movie.
Which one?
Glory Road.
Yeah, we could get into that, but very historically inaccurate.
Well, dude, you ruin movies that way.
I know, I do it to myself every week.
Look at The Irish. Low key, good movie.
Low key, I agree. Now, Zach, I do have a problem. I enjoyed the movie Double Teamed. However, that scene at the end, that travels twice and doesn't get called for.
All the movies, they do that. It's just like
it's so bad.
They didn't even try to make it seem like real basketball. Like they
couldn't call up one person that knows the rules of. But go to a high school basketball game and ask an official if this is good. They'll be like, "No, she travels."
Yeah, it gets some of the like. I don't know. It's like it's a movie. Let's get good basketball players out there.
Exactly. I don't feel like it's asking that much, if we're being completely honest.
No.
All right, let's jump in. We're going to do a little recap of Week 14 in the NFL so far. Like I said, we're recording this. The Sunday night game is about to start, so we're going to run down the games that have already been played. Obviously, we've already talked about the Bears game. We can start on Thursday night. The Packers fall to the Lions. Obviously, not the outcome that us Packers fan wanted, but I will say this, and this is probably loser talk, but it does make me feel better about the playoffs knowing we can play with the Lions after they kind of mopped the floor with us the first time we played them.
Yeah.
The Lions are really, really good.
Game both ways. I mean, Lions had the lead, Packers come back, and then Lions pretty much just run the clock out and win the game.
Yep. I think it's just a matter of a good team or a very good team versus a great football team that we saw on Thursday night.
An amazing Thursday night football game too.
Yeah, legit one of the best ones we've seen in a very long time. I just feel like if we get in the playoffs and something shakes out, that at least we can go into the game knowing, hey, we've shown we can play with these
We have a
guys, so there's
chance.
no reason to be
We have a chance, but
apprehensive.
we're not going to get our ass whooped.
Yeah, it's loser talk, but it's just kind of the way I feel about things. So we'll go into the Sunday noon games. Not much to talk about. Jaguars beat the Titans in a game of two awful
Oh,
football teams,
and the Titans
10 to
had
6.
chances at they had a chance. They get down the goal line, turn it over, then they get the ball back with like a minute left and blow it. So
Just a gross football game. 10 to 6. That sucks.
Will Levis just stick to mayonnaise commercials.
Yeah, because football isn't it for him.
No,
Move anything else on the Jaguars and the Titans?
nothing.
But yeah, we even spent too much time talking about them. Jets Dolphins in a really good game, actually. Dolphins pull away 32-26. Aaron Rodgers just has to be done, right?
He's done, and I just think the Dolphins are overrated too. Like I don't think they're good.
I mean, at the end of the day, he threw for 340 yards.
That's what I mean. Like they let the Jets in the game.
They're cooked, dude. The Jets are awful. But I agree with you. I think the Dolphins are done.
I don't mean to get into this real quick, and we've been over this. Aaron Rodgers does an interview the other day that says, "When I retire, you'll never see me again. I'm going away." Dude, you do like 4 interviews a week. What are you talking about? What are we doing here? Like we're trying to pretend like I don't do any media. Dude, you do a show once a week.
Yeah. He's annoying.
It's like the most popular show on ESPN.
Zach, do you know how difficult it has been? I would say like the last 5 years that he was in Green Bay, trying to act like I really, really like the guy because he's a douchebag, but he was our douchebag. You know what I mean?
I would love him to be on my team. I'm not going to say that when he
Yeah.
was good, but it's just like for him to pretend like he's this guy that I don't do media. I'm going to go away forever, dude. No, you're going to be doing something.
Yeah, he's the worst. I'm ready for him to just go away. They do cover the spread though, the Dolphins, so 5.5 there. Yeah, your only win of the day so far. Keep on moving. The Vikings throttled the Falcons late. It was tied at the end of 3 quarters, and the Vikings just
some insane hits.
The who? Kirk Cousins? Yeah. He gets
stay down.
He gets smoked. You take away that fourth quarter, though. That was a very good game.
Yeah. It was very close.
It was better than the one we're going to talk about. The Saints and the Giants attempted to play football today. They both stink.
Bad teams. Bad teams.
14-11. Saints walk away with a win. Giants, I think, moved themselves into the number 1 draft position.
It wasn't a great Sunday for the NFL.
No, it certainly was not. The Panthers. I know you guys talked a lot of trash about Bryce Young when they benched him. Bryce Young is balling right now, and they're still losing. But
we talk trash because he got benched. I understand maybe he's playing good now, but you can't say, "Oh, I can't believe they talk trash about a guy who was benched."
Yeah, but it's also from an organization that has no clue what they're doing.
And they still don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe how close that game was.
But that's the NFL, though.
Yeah, the Panthers even had a shot they actually had a touchdown thrown, and it got reversed that it had hit the turf to take the lead there with about 40 seconds left. That was a pretty interesting ending. But yeah, Panthers are improving. I'll just say that. I'll say something nice about the Panthers. They're improving.
Yeah, but for what?
It's all right. It's just bad football. There's a lot of bad football in the NFL.
Yeah, and every week a few bad teams try to play good.
Speaking of bad teams, the Browns lost to the Steelers. Zach, I had heard on the broadcast that the Browns have not swept the season series with the Steelers since, can you take a guess?
Johnny Manziel.
Since what?
Johnny Manziel.
1988.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not surprising. That's not surprising though.
No, it really isn't. But Steelers take care of business, 10-3.
I mean, that
Again,
Jameis is one of my favorite players to watch play football, but that was a
if
bad
he
game.
ever played
That was
for
bad.
my team, I would lose my mind.
Yeah. At least
I
he
think
cares.
you would too.
He cares.
He does. I will say that. I will say that. The Raiders gave it their old college try, but they fall to the Buccaneers 28-13. Again, a really bad team versus what I think is a not very good team.
Yeah. The Bucks are going to have to play amazing to make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So Baker always does the impossible
No,
sometimes.
they're gonna have to play that good. They're leading their division. They're gonna get in. They're just not very good.
I know, but the division's not very good.
Yeah, I mean it's them and the Falcons. They're 7-6, and the Falcons are 6-7.
Yeah, it's just one of those ones you got to be 500 to be in it, and sometimes teams get lucky.
Yep. Moving on, the Seahawks, who are the most confusing team in the NFL, beat the Cardinals 30-18 at home. A game both you and Maddie had the Cardinals
Both
in the.
teams are confusing.
Yeah, that whole division is confusing.
Yeah, I mean no team knows that they want to be good on a week-to-week basis.
Very bipolar, division where 1 week. I mean, the Ram. We'll talk about them right now. The Rams come out and beat the Bills.
Like, all the teams get together and be like, okay, let's just make it close until the last few weeks. We don't care what our record is. We just got to make sure that we are close in the last few weeks.
It's crazy. I mean, the Rams and the Bills scored 86.
That's some bad defense.
Bad defense. And I think the Bills are good, but the Rams are now in second place. They're a game behind the Seahawks.
Josh Allen had 6 touchdowns.
It's 6 touchdowns? No, he didn't.
He said he had 6 touchdowns.
He had 3 throwing touchdowns. Did he sneak the other 3 in?
6 touchdowns on my thing.
Jesus criminy. It must just be. I'm just looking at the little blip here on the. Yeah, he had 3 passing and 3 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, he had 6 touchdowns.
And he threw for 340 yards.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Matthew Stafford threw for 320.
But see, that's what happens. The Bills, they get in these shootouts and they just can't win them.
It'll be interesting to see. I think they're one of the best teams in football, but if this defense doesn't figure some things out.
Them and the Eagles are the top 2 teams.
Yeah, the Chiefs are still pretty good.
Oh, Chiefs too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm tired
of it. And the Lions. I think those are the best 4 teams in the NFL.
Yeah. I like the Lions, but playing them and seeing them, I just don't know if they're top team material just yet.
They just don't lose. They always find a way to win. And that goes a long way, but eventually it can run out. I've
seen them play the Bears where they stayed in the game and almost should have lost. And then a Packers game where they let the Packers back in the game and almost lose.
Yeah. I still think they're maybe a step above.
I think Dan Campbell's a great coach, but going for it on the other team, on your own 30-yard line, that's pretty crazy.
That is crazy. I mean, that's one of those things where if it doesn't work, then he's a moron.
They also didn't get one.
Yeah. I agree.
Set the other team up for at least a field goal.
But if we could see an AFC NFC championship that is Kansas City versus Buffalo and Detroit versus Philly, I think we'll have the 4 best teams in the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
Which I'm perfectly okay with. Obviously, if it means the only other way I'd like it is if the Packers were in it, but sitting from an outsider's perspective, those are, I think, the 4 best teams. I think we would get a final decision on who.
They're in the best division in the NFL right now.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously, we already talked about the Bears game. So we're just getting at the start of the Chiefs and Chargers game. And then Monday night, we have, unfortunately, America has to watch the Bengals and the Cowboys because they both.
Yeah, at the beginning of the season, that's one of those games man, this is going to be awesome. And now it's
and it's not. It is a gross game
You
that I
know
do not watch.
what you can expect is Joe Burrow is a good quarterback.
Yeah, the rest of that
It'll be
seems
fun.
so. Let's wrap things up. As always, we got the TCF top three. We've probably done this one before, but we're going to do salty snacks today. So could be really a smorgasbord of things here. So do you want to go first or do you want me to?
I'll go first. Chex Mix.
You got to pick a flavor.
Bold.
Ah, damn it.
Yep. The one with the most sodium.
Damn it. I like
Yeah.
that.
Bold is really good.
I was really hoping you were going to go original because I was going to snake
Nope.
bold right there.
No. I'm not new here.
We look like some guys who know their way around a
I've had
convenience store.
especially at gas stations. It's like it's always right there.
Oh yeah, big. Shoot, we have a bunch of videos on our YouTube. Taken in convenience stores. Oh man, you got me in a bind here. Cheez-Its, extra toasty Cheez-Its are one of the best snacks of all time. Obviously, regular ones are fine, but I will, if you're going to make me pick a specific type of Cheez-It, it's the extra toasty ones.
That'll work.
My second, and this is correct because I'm not a big like potato chip eater. I couldn't tell you last time I just had like a regular, like yellow bag Lay's potato chips. I'm definitely much more of a like sweet candy guy. Oh, you got me on my heels here. I was hoping I could snake that one. I'll go cheddar Chex Mix. My second favorite flavor of Chex Mix.
I like that. I'm gonna go with the one you just said. I'm gonna go regular Lay's, the yellow bag. I love those. Just to eat. You're not gonna be able to dip them because they're gonna break so easily, but they're just got that nice salt to them. I love them,
Yeah,
especially at lunch. And then can I just take pretzels?
yeah. Do you prefer like the twist, the actual pretzels, or do you like the sticks?
Really, either one. I just like a regular pretzel and salt.
I'm with you. I don't disagree with you one bit there. Um,
However
I
you want to
definitely
make
think
the pretzel, I will eat it.
I think that like you said, we like both, but like there's definitely times where I'm like, you know what, the twists sound better or the sticks sound better, but I definitely think I prefer, or I probably buy the more than
Whatever's in my cabinet, I will eat.
100%. Ooh, I'm go. Did you take two?
Yeah.
All right. So let's. I'm gonna take.
I have Chex Mix,
What?
Lay's chips, and pretzels.
All right. Buffalo blue cheese combos.
Dude, I should have said combos. Combos pretzels are my honorable mention, or not honorable mention, but yeah, honorable mention.
Yep. I love combos, first of all. Second of all, the Buffalo blue cheese are absolutely elite. And I'll tell you, Zach, my honorable mention is they have a garlic parmesan flavored one.
Dude, I like the pepperoni pizza.
Yep. And that's crazy. I love them too. And I don't even like pepperoni on my pizza that much.
You can only eat so much though, because it will get to be a lot, but it's good.
What are your thoughts on the cracker style combo
I like
with
those,
the
but I
cheese?
like pretzel more.
I think I'd agree with you.
But
I think I do.
If I had to, I would eat the cracker for sure, but I like the pretzel more.
All right, let's jump into our honorable mentions. I've got to throw out Munchies. You remember those? That got all the kind of the combo of pretzels. I think there's Sun Chips, Doritos, and Cheetos in there. That was a big one growing up. Smart Food, the white cheddar popcorn.
Oh my god,
I could take down a family size bag of those.
Peanuts.
Yeah, I don't get them that much. I'm actually a big fan of like flavored cashews, but they're so expensive. Like at a gas station, you get the little sleeve of them.
And the problem with
Here's one I thought:
the peanuts are just so salty.
if I would have taken beef jerky, would you have vetoed?
No, it's fine.
I love beef jerky, but
I don't care.
I just can't afford that.
No, it's a lot too.
I also really like the like sleeve of like they have crackers and cheese.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
Sometimes I just like a basic saltine cracker.
Every once in a while, saltine does hit. I also like I said, I'm not the biggest like potato chip guy, but like if it's the Cape Cod, like the kettle cooked ones, I would prefer those over just a regular potato chip.
Oh yeah.
Cheez-Its,
Yeah.
Goldfish, any flavor of those, I'm all in on.
The
Bu-
goldfish with it's like a pretzel.
Oh yeah, that's a good
Those
choice.
are
What are
awesome.
your thoughts on bugles?
They're all right.
Yeah, they get the job. I probably haven't had one in
It's so hard
10 years.
because when you go to places, there's so many options.
Well, and you also have to put the bugles on your fingers and eat them off because they
Yeah,
look
that's
like.
exactly.
Here's a big one that a lot of people would say we've missed here, Zach. Takis.
Nah, I'm not a Taki guy.
I love Takis, but I just don't eat them. And here's one that this might be controversial between us. Um, I love like the Cheetos cheese puffs.
Really?
Love them. You know what I'm talking about? The
You
tube
can't go
looking
wrong with
ones.
any of these options.
I couldn't agree more, dude. There's so many good choices. I'm not the biggest. I actually sun chips any variety. I'm a big fan of.
Dipping a French fry into like a milkshake. Oh, I know it's a combo, but man, that's good.
I like what you did there. I respect that
You just
move.
didn't say French
Um,
fries.
yeah, that's more of like an appetizer than a snack.
Salty snack though.
We would we would have had a lengthy veto debate there if you would have went French
Dude, that's
fries. Yes.
definitely a salty snack. You can eat French fries as a
Dude,
snack.
it's an appetizer.
If I'm giving you beef jerky, you're giving me French fries.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Let us know what your guys' top three would be. And that's going to be it for us here on episode 244. As always, we thank you guys for joining us. We'll be back sometime within the next week or so. Make sure to check us out on X at typical_Chicago, Facebook, and Instagram as well for all of our content in video form. I've got a 2-week break coming up here in a little bit, and I'll have a new food review coming for you. Just been insanely busy, but I'll have a little bit of time. Hopefully, knock that out. Should be up on the YouTube page here soon. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page wherever you subscribe, rate, review, 5 stars. And while you're out for the holidays, send it to a couple friends while you're chatting about any updates in life. You can find me on X at Boomy TCF, and of course Zach at Z Lilia TCF. That's going to be it. Thank you guys so much for joining us. That was episode 244 of Typical Chicago Fans. We love you all.
Peace.